This is a level 2 video for GRE 504, and I'm just giving you one more method for finding a missing endpoint if you have one endpoint and the midpoint. So right now we have an algebraic way, we have a graphing way, and now we're adding using patterns. So in order to use patterns, we need to understand that the move that we make in order to get from one endpoint to the midpoint for each the x and the y, so here's our x, here's our y, is going to be the same as the move it takes to get from the midpoint to the other endpoint. Okay, so let's look at just the x's right now. How can we get from 1.5 to -5? Well, clearly we have to go down, so we're subtracting. And what we can do is we can actually take the midpoint number and subtract the endpoint number. And what this will tell us is how far we have to go and the sign in order to get from endpoint 1 to the midpoint. So this gives us -6.5. Now make sure that whatever you get out makes sense. So to get from 1.5 to -5, you go down or left 6.5. So to get from -5 to the second endpoint, we need to make the same move. Go down 6.5. So we're going to do -5, go down 6.5 or left 6.5. What we end up with is -11.5. Okay, now we're going to do the same idea for the y's. Okay, so how do we get from -2.25 to 0.5? Well, the same idea is right here. We're going to do 0.5 and take away -2.25. This will tell us where we have to go. So 0.5 minus a negative, so really that's like plus 2.25. Remember, minus negative is plus. And this gives us 2.75. And it's positive. That means we have to go up 2.75. And it makes sense that it has to be positive because we're going from a negative to a positive, so we have to be moving up. So next we're going to make the exact same move. Okay, we're going to add 2.75 to our 0.5. Okay, and when you put this in the calculator, you should get 3.25. Okay, and then you can always check your answer if you're not positive if this is right by using the midpoint formula. So 1.5 plus -11.5 divided by 2. That'll give us our x for the midpoint. And then -2.25 plus 3.25, and then divide that by 2. And when we simplify this, we should get our midpoint. So let's just check to make sure. And I want to see a lot of people doing this on the quiz when we have it. So 1.5 plus or minus, since we're adding a negative, 11.5. Okay, -10. Divide that by 2, and we get -5. Okay, same thing for the y. All right, so we've got -2.25 plus 3.25. Okay, and then we're dividing that by 2, and we get 0.5. Now you check to see if this matches the midpoint right here, And it does, so we're good to go. And our answer is going to be right here. Make sure if you have a lot of work, I can tell where your answer is. And that is how to use patterns to solve for a second endpoint.